Immediately, it seems to be a Roxy hover. Not too sure if that's what Just4Fun is looking to do.
Well, that would be an interesting change-up, but as I said, Elsu is going to be the ban first off, so I like that a little bit better than what they had last game.
I'm not actually. I think the Elsu was one of their greatest strengths, and it's a shame that they've decided to ban it out, but they're going all in kind of theory crafting. I think that if they get rid of all the powerful characters, then they can win from there. They will not ban these things. Maybe the Necroft.
I was gonna say, what are they gonna do? Ban all the ADCs?
TV taken away. All right, BMGaming, they have a decision. They have
Varus.
to make a decision. Is it Varus or is it Sephora? If the Varus is taken off the table, that does fulfill the prophecy that you have predicted, my good friend Envision, and securing a Sephora as an opportunity for Just4Fun.
Here's my problem, though. Silence is good. Silence is a good player. Hoon is a better player.
Sephora's taken away. Varus.
Okay,
Yeah.
I really disagree with BMGaming's choice.
Oh.
They're gambling.
Oh no!
No.
They take the Richter!
No.
Varus is on the board!
What?
Okay!
All right, well,
All right, well.
it's BMGaming's
that's
world
wrong.
right now, and we're living in it, as Varus probably going to go potentially on the Neo.
Why would you?
See,
Why would you make that decision?
Well, strategy,
Why would you choose
Desire.
that choice?
goal-oriented thinking.
So the problem is Varus is better at being Richter than Richter is at being Richter.
Yes.
They're literally very similar archetypes. They'll both want to get into the middle of the fight. The thing is, Varus, because of their lifesteal, can do roughly equivalent damage and stay in the middle of the fight forever, and has burst damage, and has stuns.
And you've got a Baldwin that's getting paired in with that as well.
This is a really good opening draft for Gaming. Just4Fun, to their credit, that is a decent follow-through getting the Lindis, but that's probably going to be a jungle Lindis, which does mean Tony Wright doesn't have his favorite pick. You could shift Tony Wright into the side lane, but then I'm wondering what they're running in jungle.
I was looking at the Liliana last game as well. They've played Liliana before on the Just4Fun side, and I was kind of expecting Liliana to be the pick in the last game as well for the meta role. It wasn't, but now Liliana gets picked up. I like the mage in terms of the poke. It will be of immense use in this second game where they have to fight up against Varus, who is a really dominant side laner.
I'd like to issue a correction. It is actually Tony Wright who's the only player over on Just4Fun that's played the Lindis in the past.
Ryoma immediately locked in now. Could be the side lane, could be the jungler if they so choose for BMGaming, but now they have a decision to take some bans away. So what is it going to be? Into the support. And Net gets gone away. Not going to happen for Just4Fun.
You want to shut down things that set up sustained team fights, because this side lane Lindis will do significant damage if they can get there. The major thing is that a Lindis will succeed in any fight that lasts a little bit too long. So the Annette, her wind cuffs, her hurricane wall are very good at splitting teams up, slowing them down, letting that Lindis kind of hover in the back of the fight and do a ton of damage.
Yeah, well, you're going to see Crashed banned as well, so they're targeting supports that are potentially going to roam around the map.
Crushed taken away as well, the anti-engage, as well as the potential engage being taken away for Just4Fun, which now severely limits the support options that they have. Remember, Team E was taken away by Just4Fun themselves at the very beginning. Baldwin has been selected, Annette and Crushed being taken off the board, so limiting
Bring me Grak.
No, don't even.
Well,
not even kidding. Because you need a shutdown for the Varus.
We could have a Richter move to support. It hasn't been something we've seen before.
Okay. But
if you want to think about possibilities,
not even kidding. You need a long-term shutdown for the Varus. I actually think World Devour may be a decent counter. I really do think that both Metamorphosis and Hurricane Wall are better Varus counters.
Actually.
But you can't have those.
Actually, I think Mina would work wonders here, because all of the characters on BMGaming rely on getting close, and Varus likes to sustain fights. Mina will want for her to be hit, which means that the Whirling Sight will be activated from the Sweet Wrench passive.
I like this Kali pick. You've got the front line of the ball, and you've got the dueling potential of the Varus, and what we've seen already, we saw a Varus build in the Latin American region that revolved around a little bit more of that sustained damage, the tankiness of the Mantle of Ra, as well as the Frost Cape, which now gives plenty of frontline opportunity for Kali to decimate members with her ultimate and create all of that damage from the back line.
I want one more tank over on BMGaming, maybe the Wonder Woman out in the jungle, if they see fit, but Just4Fun want to rip that away.
Yeah, Just4Fun is missing one of the side laners as well, so they're missing a support and a tank side lane. So I would like for them to go for Zenial.
Ooh, Thane seems to be the hover here. You're shaking your head, not a big of a fan of that one, TJ?
So what they just need is someone who can duel the Varus. So they want someone who isn't easily stunned out. I think that this would be the worst of every world. The Yabenet's all right, but I really don't like the Superman into Varus and side lane. That seems like folly, particularly when they're going to be into a Morin in the other side lane or a Wisp, some other ADC.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a difficult matchup for Superman. I mean, there's a lot of stun potential as well as Ryoma slow that could be coming through as well. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. That's a huge counter up against Superman is once you get him out of the flight mode, he will not have the dashes.
So Cricknack means that is going to be the Ryoma side lane. That's actually a flip. I originally thought they were going to put that Ryoma in the jungle and then be relying on a little bit of extra damage coming. Sorry, I'm spacing out. Basic currently running the Kali.
We're gonna wait until we get in the game. We're not gonna say, but they do still have a few seconds to go. Basic playing on the Kali. Nope, there it goes. They wanted to troll us a little bit longer.
I just wanted to believe in Jungle Kali for a hot
didn't
moment.
want to believe it.
I did.
If there's a world where Kali succeeds in the jungle and I get ganked by a Kali with her ultimate, I'm done. It's just the phone's getting thrown. It's not happening any longer. But thankfully, it's not going to happen. Cricknack going into Basic's hands in the jungle.
Sorry, I just noticed Tony Wright's playing Richter. He's not on that side lane, Lindis. That is different from what I had supposed, and I think right then and there that may actually end my hope and Just for Fun.
Any
Tony Wright is the star of the team.
Yeah, but they could have had a little bit of switcheroo. Maybe somebody's a little bit better in terms of Lindis or more comfortable on their character. Because as I said, I think Just for Fun need to be on their comfort picks rather than just trying to work out who's played what character before. So if somebody else is incredibly comfortable on Lindis, maybe that's the correct choice for them to take the game off of BMGaming.
We have seen decent jungle performances from the Lindis on Vicky before. My problem is I've seen better side lane marksman performances from Tony Wright on the Lindis than jungle from Vicky.
Well, it's their time to prove you wrong.
I can't wait to be proven wrong. The other thing I want to see is this Superman prove me wrong, because I think Superman into Varus is a horrible choice.
Well, gonna see if your horrible choices are put to effortless execution. Probably not going to be effortless. Just for Fun is down a game to BMGaming. Match 1, game number 2 is underway.
It is indeed going to be underway, and straight off the bat, Angelizu is going to get a little bit of poke coming his way. Went a little bit too aggressive there, and Baldum instantly capitalizes, but BMGaming, in true their fashion, last game they did this as well. This time looking to do it, weren't successful because of the lookout of Just for Fun. They do not get the aggressive evade into the jungle.
Not yet. So let's talk about this Superman Varus matchup, because to be fair, we haven't ever seen it before. The reason I actually do favor Varus in it is because of the hook coming out from Serpent's Embrace. You can land it at pretty much any range, and once you've got that, you can get the full cycle of stuns out. And they're spaced out enough that I think Secret's going to really struggle to get enough resets onto the flight mode. He's going to constantly be knocked out of it by the slows.
See, the one thing you're kind of assuming here is that they're looking for the one-on-one matchup. Superman is usually there for the rotations. You don't pick Superman to win the lane decisively. You pick Superman because he gets around the map so incredibly quick.
I think if you leave that lane alone in the hands of TH, though, especially with it being the Abyssal lane, with that extra gold, TH is going to farm up so quickly that the Varus is going to be unkillable.
Yeah, that could be the case, but at the same time, we could have Lindis protecting that lane while Superman is making rotations, so they could have a switcheroo coming through, and it could make all the difference in the world.
Yeah, if they can get Vicky power farm, that does give them a significant advantage. Here's the Abyssal Dragon, first one of the game up for grabs.
Well, Just for Fun have gone for that one. Varus is in the midst of the enemies. There's the Superman dashback coming through, and there's a good bringing together by Angelizu. BMGaming is gone low. There's Triumph. He's gonna go low. Silence gets the kill. DH is not gonna be able to respond on that. No, make that happen. He flickers forward and takes the kill, but Just for Fun, they've lost 2. BMGaming have lost 2 themselves, but BMGaming did secure the Abyssal Dragon.
A positive trade for them, particularly considering where the kills went. They lost TH, they lost Triumph. Both those are acceptable. TH because of his power farm and more defensive stature in the bottom lane, and because they got the kills onto Tony Wright and Vicky, the 2 key players opposing them.
Yeah, that is definitely a trade you want to be taking. Support for a carry any day is going to be the better trade of the two. So BMGaming, they definitely have the better end of that trade. Finally, just for fun. Once again, Triumph is
so
being
rude.
annoying, kind of, to the members of Just for Fun. He's just sticking around bushes, throwing people everywhere.
He's really rude, and I do really appreciate it, because he's constantly managing to create opportunities for the rest of the team.
Oh, Secret does dash in. TH almost gets Superman down low there, as Superman was pretty low prior to that engagement as well, but that's going to open the rotation off for TH, and now BMGaming, they're looking at the opposition jungle.
Yeah, the second BMGaming start to steal away jungle, you're going to see Basic absolutely accelerate. He's already level 7 going to the bottom lane.
Well, bottom lane, Vicky is going to be leveling up to 6 in just a second here, but the rotation is going to be there from Just for Fun as well, so they're going to be able to defend this. Meanwhile, Tony Wright has gone down himself, but not before taking the life of Neo with him, so that's a 1-for-1 trade. And I believe Tony Wright did get the kill before, and that's the teammate that actually went for the trade there. So Tony doing everything correctly there on the top, winning the 1-versus-1 matchup. Just unfortunate that Kali had the rotation in there.
Hoon does manage to stay up there though, and Kali's tower pressure is immense, so that tower is probably going down. Hoon winning the trade in the end.
He does indeed, as that's going to be a tower 4 minutes into this game. Abyssal Dragon once again going to be started by Just for Fun. They need to secure this objective, and right now it's not working for them. They need to reset this, and Abyssal Dragon does indeed reset. There's going to be the ultimate coming through from Angelo, who heals himself up. Superman pushes people away. BMGaming are being pushed left, right, center, up and down, as Superman has taken flight, and he's looking for an objective to complete, and he does not have anything currently. Once again, Abyssal Dragon being secured by BMGaming, but for a small consolation prize, Richter up top gets the tower.
Yeah, but the mid tower is almost gone as well, so this is still feeling in favor of BMGaming. It's nice to see, though.
Yeah.
Just for Fun are stepping up in a few individual trades, and they're beginning to be able to shut down the Cricknack. Unfortunately.
Tony Wright? What?
My God!
No,
Triumph
is
says
that gonna
no.
happen again? Tony Wright's gonna run, but Hoon is gonna be there with the Kali ultimate. That's gonna be a snipe coming through, and there's no place for him to run this time.
That was really clever, but Triumph was unamused. He just waited for him to arrive, scooped him back, picked up the kill, and this cannon minion in the mid will take a tower.
Seems like cannon minions are still the MVP of the game there. So he's going to be able to get the tower. There's the ultimate coming through. It locks down the Angelo Zoo there, but there's the counter ultimate coming through. Will it be enough? Just for Fun, they've lost one of the members. TH is in the forefront of the fight. Triumph is low HP as well. Tony Wright gets the second. Basic is now fighting 3 enemies at once, and he's going to get Angelo Zoo as well. What a play coming through, as he is going to be able to secure the 3rd kill. So that's going to be 3 for 3 change, but Tony has gotten 3 of those kills. Triple kill in his name is gonna boost that gold a lot on his hands.
Yeah, and Tony Wright, I highlighted him as the star of the team. He needs to continue along that path, because if he gets power farmed, this Richter may be enough to change the tides of war here. He's already got the Mantle of Rod, now he's building into his major damage item with that AoE damage allowing to clear wave more effectively.
The thing is, the problem on the side of Just for Fun, Hoon does channel the ultimate, the ethereal pulse coming through, but it's not gonna close off Secret there. The problem on the side of Just for Fun is gonna be that Liliana. She has close to no farm. If you look at her gold, she hasn't had the best game. She needs to kind of step up and get that farm somewhere, because Silence needs to get herself or himself online.
Hoon down bottom again, burning down these towers. That's the major thing to watch for. Many people don't realize, but the Kali does massive tower damage.
Yeah, Kali does have the kind of an added benefit of that odd attack dealing magic damage that does scale with the ability power as well. So that's going to mean that Hoon is going to be able to do a lot of damage to these towers if they start to get near those towers in the mid to late game.
As an update on our Varus spotlight, you can actually see the CH has got 2-2 and 2 in his kill feed. He's built Odin's Will after Frostcave, a little bit different from the other builds we've seen.
It is indeed, but Tony Wright, once again, going to be a pinnacle of a kill happening in the middle of the map there as BMGaming Hoon is going to be caught out there. Kali being down means Abyssal Dragon is going to be for free for Just4Fun. And finally, the objective control switching back into the hands of Just4Fun. Now the goal difference only a negligent 1.3 thousand 8 minutes in.
That's a pretty major pickup, but it comes off the back of Tony Wright again, flying into the middle of 3 people, spending that ultimate to catch them all inside the Hunter's Mark. The long-term tick damage of it burns down the tightly grouped opponents.
It does indeed. BMGaming, though, they're going to be looking to just defend the middle for now, as Secret is going to be looking for a little bit of a action there in the middle. Does take flight, and he's going to be looking for the pushback there, but nobody to push back just yet because the BMGaming lineup playing so defensive. Ethereal Pulse is going to be channeled there, and few hits onto just 4 members. It's dealing a good amount of damage there, actually.
Because the rank breaker has been built over on Tony Wright on the Richter, he's going to do really good damage onto the squishy characters. And that might be the answer maybe to this early game damage from Hoon. You saw that Ethereal Pulse beginning to scale. If Tony Wright can get close range, it won't matter.
Yeah, it definitely won't. Tony Wright, though, gets caught out there. He's going to be fighting up against 3 people. Almost takes down Basic on that HP. And Just4Fun, they reply with a gank of their own. So they trade 1 for 1. So that's something going in favor of Just4Fun. But seems like Omniarms is going to be in the hands of Tony Wright soon enough here, from the build-up at least. So if he does get that, that's going to be insane amounts of damage that he can dish out.
Good map knowledge and communication from Just4Fun, saying, okay, they're putting 4 people up top to deal with our 1. Let's press the bottom tower. But BMGaming kind of outdo it, sending TH in his very tanky build down to the bot lane to stall while they take an Abyss or a Darkslayer. Now they'll rotate the full team down, and Just4Fun just need to run.
Yeah, they definitely do. And I like the build coming off of Varus as well. The fact that she is going full counter up against the Just4Fun's team. They have 3 attack damage kind of characters, Superman, Lindis, and Richter all coming through, and she's focusing on that armor as well, the Frost Cape, Odin's Will, as well as Gaia's, what is it?
Gaia's Standard.
Yeah, Gaia's
for the
Standard,
regen.
yeah.
This is fun because it builds the Varus kind of almost to play similar to, say, an Oromar.
Yeah.
They're going to want to stand in the middle of the fights, lifesteal, and do big AoE stuns and damage, allowing the entire team to play around them.
Enraged Abyssal Dragon is going to get picked up by Just4Fun. That's a huge pickup coming through. Richter is split pushing as well. So Just4Fun, they need to stall out this fight. And they're actually somehow winning it. Vicky is running away. TH is going to go for the one-on-one. Meanwhile, on the opposing end, the back line is going to go for the opposing members there. Varus does not get the kill onto Vicky. Vicky gets away, and Richter does secure the top lane tower, which was what he was looking for. But Tony Wright, he makes a mistake. He goes for a tower dive up middle, and it's gonna be a catastrophic failure for Just4Fun as they lose 3 members off the back of this decision.
Excellently done by Basic, accelerating through the fight, taking advantage of the overextended Just4Fun members. This second time in 2 games they've overextended, and the second time in 2 games it might have cost them everything.
It could have. Triumph is gonna pop the heal there as Chase coming through from Vicky now, and that's a little bit of a misplay coming through from Baldo. Secret has to defend the base. Now Vicky is gonna be looking for the red buff up against Ryoma in the opposing jungle, so we're gonna see how Vicky is gonna be able to deal with the Ryoma poke. Should that come into play? Vicky, he's making the plays at the left, right, and center. Finally, Neo comes and finishes the job. Meanwhile, Secret came in for an assist, but he's gonna get taken down. It's a little bit of a misstep coming through from the Superman. Vicky was already way far behind enemy lines. There was no saving Private Vicky there.
TH, though, did get the high ground tower in the meantime, and he's feeling so confident with this more tanky build. He's just going to stay here and fight, I bet, with the lifesteal.
Yeah, Tony Wright, though, he's going to be looking for a little bit of a damage onto TH. There's the ultimate being popped as well. And finally, Tony Wright's going to give the chase. He's going to get the kill. And Basic takes a lot of damage. That could have been a double kill almost happening for Tony Wright there. As BMGaming, they take a step back. Vicky now has come up from the graveyard as well and joins the land of the living. They need to watch out for Vicky because Vicky deals so much damage right now.
I'd like to highlight what TH was trying to do, though. TH stalled out that fight for long enough that their Venom, the ultimate, came up for a second time. The theory was not only would this do major burst damage, which it would have if it had landed, but it also would have given them that enrage, the long-term lifesteal that might have saved their life in that fight. That's why they recommitted on such low HP.
Indeed they have, but just for fun, they're holding on for dear life. That's a good sign, because the longer this game goes, the better just for fun composition we'll get.
Yeah, we haven't really seen a late game Varus yet. This is going to be our first opportunity to do so. Also, Vicky is a really good late game Lindis build at this point. That's going to get really scary if it isn't already, and I dare say it is.
It is indeed Tony Wright fighting up against two people up top. Basic has to be careful because he's fought up against Tony Wright before, and he's mostly been in the losing end of that. Superman finally does come in. That's going to be the Kryptonian strength to finish off the kill, and BMGaming is losing the fight elsewhere on the map. Neo is going to be on the run. DH is going to give chase to Secret, but there's the dash back. Superman makes it happen. TH is going to go down. That's a double kill for Vicky, and if you do not kill Lindis, this is what will happen to your team.
Already level 15 and absolutely chunking. Much of that damage is coming from the Clav Sancti Rank Breaker duo. Clav Sancti, those massive crits you're seeing. Rank Breaker giving him the extra damage against the squishier characters, which you can see. I expect alongside Omni Arms, we're going to see a Blade of Eternity as this final item, giving Vicky a Resurrect to get back in the fights once they get taken out.
Jump in from Angelus, who does pop the ultimate, but that's going to be a little bit of a zoning one there, as Vicky is going to be focused on the tower. And finally, we are 14 minutes in. The gold is dead equal. There's almost nothing separating these two teams.
And BMGaming don't have the map control to really start pushing into the enemy side. I put a lot of this actually right now on Basic. He needs to be getting onto the Lindis. This needs to be Basic landing burst onto the 1 or 2 targets that he can still burst down. With that Fenrir's Tooth, he'll be very good at cleaning up Vicky.
Yeah, that will definitely be something that they're going to be looking for. They need to get onto Vicky, who hasn't had the best time. That's because we've seen Tony time and time again jump for the back line and be a disruptive force there, and that's when BMGaming usually they respond. They do not play their own style, but finally Basic is trying to look for the flank coming through. He's going to be in the behind. Silence is going to be in forefront of this fight.
Nicely done.
That's finally how you take a fight, but they have lost the retreat as well, as Vicky has gone down, so has Basic, so that means a little bit of damage gone on their books as well. There's Silence still going for the poke. There's the ultimate coming through. Spectral Ire heals Neo up as well, so he's going to be able to survive. TH is going to give the chase. Secret on the front line as the Superman does not secure anybody just yet. It is going to be 1-for-1 trade.
That's a positive trade for BMGaming. Every team fight where Basic's able to do that is a team fight that BMGaming have won.
Yeah, well, BMGaming did get what you were saying, and they needed to go for the back line. I'll tell honest, they need to give Basic the opportunity to flank and go for the back line. If they are going to be able to do it, even if Basic throws his own life away, it's a chance for them to take a fight, because Vicky is such a good Lindis right now and deals majority of the damage.
Yeah, that wasn't actually a very coordinated fight from BMGaming, but they still won it, and that gets them the Enraged Abyssal Dragon, which will get them the next fight. Things to watch though, Blade of Eternity has now been brought up on both TH and Vicky.
Yeah, that's definitely something to keep in mind for the upcoming fight, as they're going to be coming back alive though. Dark Slayer is going to be in the books, in the objective books, that both of these teams are going to be eyeing for. BMGaming, they want to close this game out with this Dark Slayer. If they're going to be able to get it, the Drake is going to help them push the base potentially here, as the middle high ground has been popped already. But just for fun, they're holding on for dear life, as Triumph is going to get caught out. The dash forward is going to be a little bit of a nuisance for the Superman, but not doing a whole lot.
Full investments on the Blades of Eternity now from BMGaming, especially on their dive characters. Expect to see a full commit onto Vicky the next time the fight happens. That's why they're buying these Resurrect items, so that they can play very aggressive. They have a lot of characters with good lifesteal, Neo included. So if they overextend and go down, they can respawn, use the Spectral Ire, and the lifesteal will take them back up to max HP.
Yeah, so they're definitely looking to commit heavily into killing Vicky there in these team fights. Vicky needs to position himself really well. Basic now on the sidelines is going to be going in. There's the Just4Fun Secret going to be going into the middle of the fight here. BMGaming are going to get pincered themselves. Neo gets caught out there with the vision coming through from Lindis. Vicky is on the back line and he's putting down the auto attacks. Varus, there's no response coming through. Tony Wright, he's fighting up against multiple members of BMGaming, but he goes down. So does Secret. Vicky is still alive, but how much can he do on that character? Silence still on the run. Vicky comes back, puts down the poke. Angela Zoo gets caught out. There's Basic going for the kill. He gets the kill onto Silence. Vicky is on the run. Angelosu, he needs to survive, but he cannot, which means Vicky is not going to be able to defend this one. BMGaming, they're looking for the core, and they're going to get it as well. BMGaming, they close out game 2 as well.
Beautifully done. It doesn't matter how tanky somebody is if you just ignore him. He's saying, no thanks, come again tomorrow. We'll take the fight versus everyone else. The fight starts with